By splitting the doubleheader, the Spartans are now 8-11 heading into Stockton. The team will face the Pacific Tigers and Sacramento State Hornets this Saturday at 9 a.m. In Santa Clara, Sara, Biela, Update News. The Spartans were swept by a fellow Mountain West team at home for the first time since joining the conference in 2014. Now dropping to second place in the conference, the Spartans will look to get back on track as they head to Colorado to face the Colorado State Rams this weekend in a 3-game series. In Santa Clara, Sara, Biela, Update News. The Spartans currently sit in second place in the Mountain West Conference with the Fresno State Bulldogs in first. The pressure is on as SJSU heads east this weekend to face the Utah State Aggies in its final conference series. On campus, Sara, Biela, Update News. Over spring break, the Spartans continued conference play and hosted the Lady Rebels at Mission College. In Game 1, Cassidy Clark put SJSU on the board with a sacrifice fly in the third inning. The second baseman struck again with a 2 RBI single and plated 3 of the 4 runs in the team's victory.
If I didn't get the job done, I knew that someone else would, so it takes a lot of pressure off of me. But yeah, just looking base hits, productive outs.
SJSU looked to clinch the series in Game 2. After scoring 2 runs in the first inning, the Spartans erupted for 4 more runs on 5 hits. Georgia Blair blew the game open and made it 6-0 SJSU with a 2-run double.
I've been struggling a little bit with the bat, but came out in a big situation with runners on base, so it feels good to get some runs for the team.
In the series finale, SJSU had the brooms in mind and aimed for a conference sweep. The Rebels drew first blood with 2 runs in the first inning. After that, the Spartans produced 2 explosive frames. Thanks to the 12 hits combined, SJSU went on to win 8-2 to complete the 3-game sweep.
But I thought we did a really excellent job of not leaving people on base, and that's why we had so much production.
The Spartans outscored UNLV 18-5 with Madison Arn and Carolyn Bowman combining for 3 complete games. SJSU heads to Reno to face the Nevada Wolfpack Friday morning. On campus, Sara, Biela, Update News. Spartan softball welcomed the Bulldogs in a crucial rivalry series last weekend. The Bulldogs had a 1-0 lead early on, then added 3 more insurance runs in the 5th inning. The Spartan bats stayed asleep as FSU's pitcher Danielle East held the team to 2 hits in her complete game shutout.
We got beat by the better team. We got out-hit, we got outplayed, and we got outpitched. Pretty simple. And they played all 3 facets very well this weekend, and we did not.
In Game 2, the Bulldogs attacked first, and the pounding didn't stop. The Spartans managed to score their first 2 runs of the series, but it wasn't enough. The squad dropped their second game, 8-2.
I think momentum is a huge part of this game, so we need to stay up, even if we have a bad inning like that. We just need to stay up, and that'll really help our hitting too, and so we need to bring that in tomorrow.
SJSU looked to avoid the sweep at home on Sunday. The hits and runs kept coming for FSU, and the Spartans did not have an answer for it. SJSU stranded 11 base runners in its 4th consecutive loss.
This weekend we definitely struggled in just about everything, so hopefully this week we can just come back and try and figure out what went wrong to keep pushing on.
The Spartans were swept by a fellow Mountain West team at home for the first time since joining the conference in 2014. Now dropping to second place in the conference, the Spartans will look to get back on track as they head to Colorado to face the Colorado State Rams this weekend in a 3-game series. In Santa Clara, Sara, Biela, Update News. After months of construction, the Spartans hosted their last home series on their new field last weekend. With the Spartans holding a 1-0 lead in Game 1, second baseman Cassidy Clark tacked on 2 more runs in the 4th inning. The Lobos made things interesting by scoring a run in the 7th, but SJSU held on to win Game 1 3-1.
It's difficult just the last 24 hours making this happen, but I thought we responded well. We should have hit the ball better than we did today, but hey, I'll take the win.
On Saturday, it was a pitcher's duel between UNM's Chrissy Fortner and SJSU's Carolyn Bowman. The first run of the game didn't come until the 4th, being in favor of the Lobos. Down by 1 in the last inning, junior Madison Aron hit a walk-off 2-run home run and gave the Spartans a 2-1 victory.
Being a pitcher, I can kind of read into the trends of what you're going to do if a hitter hits a location. So kind of figured she would throw me inside, so I was just sitting inside.
In the last game on the new turf, it was another pitcher's battle. After an inside-the-park 2-run homer from freshman J.C. Phipps, Clark made it 3-0 after reaching on an error. Phipps's home run proved to be the game-winning hit as the Spartans completed the sweep over the Lobos.
It went by her, and then I saw Chase just going like this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to run all the way around the bases. And I'm not the fastest, so I'm really surprised that I made it all the way around.
The Spartans currently sit in second place in the Mountain West Conference with the Fresno State Bulldogs in first. The pressure is on as SJSU heads east this weekend to face the Utah State Aggies in its final conference series. On campus, Sara, Biela, Update News. San Jose State softball is opening up conference play against this year's predicted Mountain West champions. With the team's field still under construction, the Spartans had to call 2 separate locations their home for the weekend. San Jose regulars are gaining a new way to travel to and from downtown, and they can leave their cars at home. Trevin Smith shows us what has city commuters talking transit. After starting the season with a win, the San Jose Earthquakes have been struggling to get a good result. Saturday was not the exception. Noe Magana has more on the story.